Hello. Just give me 1 second here. Okay. Looks like we're good to go here. Do some races. What's going on, guys? If you wanna send a code, I'm gonna be racing Pro Tree heads up quarter. Just going through some different cars, trying to get in some races. So get rid of that ad real quick. Been streaming for about a week here. I actually turned off sub mode, so you don't have to sub, but just trying to keep things from getting crazy in the chat. I think there's filters and stuff like that, so we'll see what happens. Kind of hung up on these Nissan Z's right now. I actually not a member, so I had to wait like 10 days for this thing. Actually, I have a couple of these, a couple different setups. This car's a little sketchy, but when it hooks, it's pretty quick. Yeah, Roblox, if you want to drop a code in the chat, that's fine. I'm just going to be running through different cars probably tonight. I just wanted to test out this one car that I was messing around with. Looks like my tree is bad, but I think that might be because I'm streaming. Maybe got some lag there, so I'll have to see. That's always going to be like a disadvantage. I actually tuned the Thunderbird and the Elko I was working on those, but they're not. They're like mid 5.5. At least that's what mine. Possibly low 5.5 cars, I think, but we'll have to see. One I did on stream in like 5 minutes. I think that was yesterday. And then I did the T-Bird, but you take those out and then you end up racing a bunch of Camaros, so it doesn't work out too well. There seems to be a lot of Camaros out here. For some reason, no one likes the Nissan Z. I don't know why. It's a little, I guess, a little sketchy, I guess, off the line. The Z is probably an easier car to drive because it's got that big lope in first gear. So it's easier to shift. Yeah, I'm the type of person that if everyone is driving a certain car, I want to do a different car and try to beat them. That's pretty much how because I've got the Camaro, I've got the Audi, but I've been messing around with these Nissan Zs for a bit. Seems to be kind of quiet tonight. Usually someone jumps in pretty quick around this time. Guy's got the street tires, and he left. I always say, might as well run the race, The other guy red lights. You're just throwing away 20K. So unless you disconnect, but it looked like he just dipped out. So this car seems like it's a little off, like it's gripping a little too much. So I might have to take a look at it at some point. And I got the backup car. And then I have like a second backup car, so but I maxed out on cars, so if another car comes out, I'm gonna have to get rid of a car. Oh, he switched cars on me. That's pretty much how this car needs to launch. And then you get the big number. Got the big boat. I'm going to get something to drink real quick. Be right back. Okay, give me 1 second here. Like I said, I'm doing Pro Tree quarter. Hopefully that's what you send me. I do have a T-Bird that I can bring back. Got real good shifts on that one. 551, not too shabby. If you want to drop another code, I can grab my T-Bird real quick. Probably a little more fair race. I tuned that. I can't remember if I tuned that today or if I tuned that yesterday, because I heard that they made it faster. And then I got the Elko. That's pretty. Those two are pretty close in times. I just did like a quick tune on both of them. Actually, I think I put them in the garage, but if you want to pick the car, make sure you put what car you're in. Because I don't, if you're putting in, a certain car and I'm coming at you with, like a car that runs 5.4, I want to give you a fair race. Is that right? Someone might have stole that code. I had someone in here the other day stealing codes. Every time someone would put up a code, all of a sudden I would try to race. And then I would put up codes, and then someone would jump in when I was trying to race someone. So you can put up a race for any amount you want. It doesn't really matter to me. I got plenty of money, so it's been really hot over here over the last couple days, like upper 80s. Had to turn the air conditioning on for a little for some of that, and then it cooled back down. We had some rain, so probably a little dehydrated. Got a pretty good pass on that one. Wow, that was a good one. That's one of the faster ones I've gotten in this car. I've had this car for a long time, along with a lot of those other cars that came out when the F-150 came out, when they all used to run 5.5s. I missed first on that one, so that'll be like still pretty good. Got a good 60 on that one. Surprisingly getting some pretty good trees, even with the, because the stream will lag it a little bit. Yeah, the way mine runs is it's got that long first gear, like they always had. It doesn't have that bump like a lot of the cars do. At least mine doesn't. So you kind of got to time that. probably easier to time than those ones, the cars that like bump when they launch. This car really 60 foot though. I don't know if I could possibly maybe take a little off the 60 to try and get a little more in the other gears maybe. I did run at 552 in this thing on one of my phones. That seems like it runs better on that. Because the cars pretty much run different on every device you have. Dragster. Yeah, I've got Dragster. Hopefully I won't have to start selling them if they come out with new cars. I've got a Dragster I can pull out. Have to go into the inventory. I don't really race these anymore though. Oh yeah, Great Ghost. You ran a 555. Yeah, that's a good number for the T-Bird. Unless maybe somebody with a better tune will hit a better number, but I've run like 52, 53 in it, but not very often. 4233, is that right? 33. Did someone steal the code, or I don't think there's that many people in the chat. There's only a handful of people in the chat. Yeah, I don't think my eyesight's that bad. Oh, you got the super long Dragster. I have to remember how to shift this thing. That was a good pass. 409. It's not too shabby. .336. That's pretty much where we need to be, about 330. You know, in the mid 330s in that thing to hit the big numbers. even with the little tires on that thing, the short tires. And you get the crazy 60-foot on those, and you got basically got a dragster, like a real dragster, not like, you know, these ones they got hurt. They look like this. Those are nostalgia, basically. Dragsters. Because I've actually seen those. The front engine dragsters with the seat that's like up high, like it's got like the raised seat that's above the engine so you can see over the engine. I've seen those at the track before. Those things are pretty wild. Especially when you have one that's one of them nostalgias on nitro. Those things are pretty wild. Tried to jump in on that guy. I was a little too late. Oh, you want to run T-Birds? A little slow on that one. For both of us, it looks like sometimes you get a slow track. You can't really judge by like one race because the car's not always going to run what it should. I've been trying to get a 5.4 out of this Evo for a couple of days. See if I can get that done. Oh, we got the Vega. That's a pretty cool looking car. Could be an even race depending on what kind of numbers we're both putting up. Those are good shifts for my car. Let's see how I got. What I got. 52. Pretty good. Usually I give them a few seconds to make sure they didn't hit re-race by mistake, because a lot of people do that and then they dip out because they made a mistake. I think the Vega will do a little better than that, but I actually haven't raced mine in a long time. If this is the same guy that uses this name all the time, and it's not an imposter, I race this guy quite a bit in a lot of different cars. I've definitely got the advantage on him though, in this thing. But that Vega is probably gonna be a little short against most cars right now of the newer fast cars. See if anybody wants to race his balls. It's too bad they couldn't tweak these cars just a little bit to get rid of that tire poke, because this one just barely pokes through. Oh, that's his red. See if he wants a rematch. He got a good 60, but then he fell off. Can't remember what kind of car that was. I know this guy that keeps popping up. I know it's a Camaro. I don't really feel like racing Camaros right now, if I can help it, because they're all in 34 by 21. When the first Camaros first came, when they first buffed them, everyone had 35 by 21s. Then I decided, I'm just going to do something different. So I put mine on 34s, and then mine was pretty good. And then, like over a period of like a few days or a week or so, all of a sudden everyone was running the 34s. So I don't know I don't know why that happened. I'm pretty sure I had the same tune in that thing when I first put it together. But I just rather race a variety. Then if I run into something, hopefully I can get a tree. It's a pretty cool looking car. Nice color. I'm terrible at color, so I don't really spend a lot of time on decals. That's a shuttle stage. What the heck just happened? I totally missed that. He let off. Probably trying to hide what he runs, so he can try to get another 20K out of me if I screw up. The car's creeping away. 52, that's a good pass for this car for me. Usually it's around 54 or 53 at the best, at the most. Anytime I can get below that, it's pretty much a win-win. He must have treed me. I had a horrible, I don't know what happened on my tree, but I got an even better time. I'll pretty much race as long as people want to race. A little closer. Same tree, but I didn't get the 60 on that one. Yeah, car didn't work that time. It seemed like it lagged out on me on that shift. Got a couple good ones though. Let's see if my leaderboard time is still holding up. Dropped the 5. There's always going to be somebody that sneaks like a 45 or 46 in there. So 47 is pretty good, considering you got to get a tree. And the 542, that I saw that pass, that was a 539. with like a 30 tree. So that's a glitch. See if anybody puts up some races. Like I said, if anybody jumps in, drop a code, tell me what car. I prefer Pearl Tree. Heads up right now. I was running a bracket car yesterday. 890 bracket car. .28 by 21 rear wheel. That's probably a Nissan Z. It's the GOAT. Oh, that's a guy I raced earlier. See what I can do in this thing tonight. This is one of the better cars. Looks like he disconnected. No, he's still coming. Nope. Pretty good shifts. There we go. Got the 5.4 from the big boat. This car's just got too much for the T-Bird, because this thing gets up more speed than that. The T-Bird will 60 like sevens though, so if you can get it rolling, you got a shot. I don't know if someone will figure out how to get it faster, but right now mine is like PB is like a 552, so but I haven't really tweaked it anymore. The Teamsters, the team racers are usually all in Camaros or Audis, so like I said, I try and race different cars, if at all possible. Oh, Ghost found me. See if I can stretch this long car out farther than his. Nice. Another 5.4. Just barely. Though my PB in this, I have run a few 47s in this, but that's pretty rare. You just need a little luck. But 49s, I can usually squeak into the with the 49s in this. I don't know if that's going to be one. It didn't feel like one. It felt a little slow. He got the 48, but he red lit. He would have had me. So you gave him a 474 package because you red lit. It's funny because the leaderboard was giving people credit for those when they first put it up. If you got a red light, it would still count it. So there were crazy times going up there till they fixed it. Messed up that first shift. That red light kind of threw me. Let's take something else out. This guy races all the time. He's always racing something different than everybody else, pretty much. 10.5. 28 by 10.5. He didn't put Americans, so but if it says 28 by 10.5 by 10.5, I think that means it's a all-wheel drive car. That could be a Audi or a Skyline. I actually have a 10.5 Skyline. I could find out. I don't know what happened in that pass. Got way too much traction. This car will do that sometimes, though. This guy's name is Dev for the win. That could have been a bad connection because he kept red lighting. That could be why my car didn't run right. Let's take some fresh cars out. That was a pretty good one. He must be making test passes. Or maybe, no, he's going. I don't know how long I'm going to go tonight because I've got this headache. Doesn't seem to go away. I don't really like taking aspirin. Probably need to drink water instead of this special water. There's some people in here a lot, like all the time. This is a kind of scary when you get somebody that has no name. Looks like you just disconnected. So I pretty much, I think that pretty much tells you what that was. It kind of messes up your car when somebody leaves like that. Doesn't usually run right. Let's see who wants to race. Yeah, you can make some money on bracket if you've got a car that runs pretty close to dead on. You can tree. Unless you run into a good bracket racer. Hopefully he's running full tree. Because I might do some bracket. He's trying to pick on my Evo. Messed up those shifts. He's gonna catch me. Because, of course, it doesn't help looking at this game. I can give you a headache. It's not like a game that has a lot of motion, but I'm sure it can affect you. I got pretty good shifts on that. 51. Not bad for this car. Still like to get that 5.4. But the 60 really needs to be like a 66 in this thing. And that's pretty tough. Yeah, I didn't know people race 1,000-foot bracket. I know they race 8th at the real track. I know they race 898th in like the dragsters. That's a pretty common class that the dragsters run. He probably thought I said no, because he's like, race some 1,000-foot. I'm like, no. But I was answering the question before that. $28 by $21. I missed him. That was probably a Nissan Z. Gene Buntman. I see him on Facebook a lot, posting up races all the times. Racing the NA car. I can see what my one car runs in the 8th. Let's see, what was he saying? He ran 1,000. See what this thing runs in 1,000. I should probably put it on regular stage instead of pro stage. The old 1-speed. This car's almost an 890,000-foot car. I don't think that's what I was making. I bet I could turn this thing into an 890,000 pretty easily. That tree ain't gonna work though. See, real quick, I'll turn off pro stage. See what this thing runs in 1,000. I don't think this was a 1,000-foot car. This would really throw him off if he was running an 890 car, 1,000-foot car. That would be a crazy light. Let's see. Let's see. What was I running? 850. So I need like 5/10. See if I can remember. But you don't want to take too much off of the launch, because then you won't get as good of a tree. Oh, I screwed up. That didn't work. Not used to running a car with a low launch like that. Of course, it's a 1-speed, so it's going to be a lot easier to set up too. Hopefully that turning down the launch isn't going to kill my tree. No, that's going to take more than that. Let's try something else. Let's see. What I usually do is take a little horsepower off. Now watch him say he's running Pro Tree. Let's see what this does now. $903. Turn this back up. See if we land. See if we land on 890. No, wait. I need to be faster, not slower. What am I thinking? Hopefully this won't make me too quick on the tree. Just a quick lesson in making a bracket car here. But see, if you make it too quick on the tree, then you have to change your delay too. So it's kind of a guessing game. It didn't get any faster. Pretty much exact same time. Sometimes you can't get enough from getting better launch. Yeah, we need to get another tenth. But I did. That was 126 on the tire, so we'll see what this does. I'm not going to be able to run Pro Tree with this thing though. It's set up for to run on the first bulb. Most people run bracket on full tree, just so that they can do that. Let's see what this thing runs on the Pro Tree. I forgot to turn the delay off. I didn't see what that tree was. This car might not tree good enough. That tree's not going to work. We'll try that. I'm running 1,000, ain't I? That tree was horrible. The other thing is if you start getting spin, if you launch it too hard, then it's not going to be consistent. There we go. That tree is horrible, though. There's nothing I can do except try and get a better tree. I'll have to be really on the tree. Yeah, that 100 tree isn't going to work because I'm probably losing traction right now. Just try that. What's wrong? You don't like bracket racing 101 tuning? I don't think this car is going to work though because it can't tree like this. What did he do? He put up a full tree. I did all that, now he puts up a full tree. Now I have no idea what this car is going to do. Maybe if I leave on the last light. That was a horrible RT, but my car ran dead on. That's crazy. That's crazy. So if I were to leave on that second to last light, I just need to time the second to last light, and I'll probably be on. I'll try this on the full tree. 1,000. So if I leave on that third light, see what that does. That's a little too early. Let's see where it is. That was close. Actually, all I need is a delay. Really. This is skill. Do you have an idea how hard it is to set this up? So if I have like a 0.03 delay, this car should be good. Right? I'll set it at like 35 because I'm kind of leaving like on the light. Like anticipating it. So I'll have to figure out the timing. What? How is that so bad? I was even more red. It doesn't make any sense. Must be lag. Yeah, after this, I think we'll go back to our regularly scheduled program, unless he wants to run a little. If I actually wait for the light, that's probably what I need to do. Now my car's not running right because I put the delay on it. That's the problem. Now, how is that? This is going to be impossible. This car's all over the place. It's not gonna work. No, that's not how they race bracket now, though. If you see how they break bracket race now, it's totally stupid. They, at least when I've seen the eighth dragster that run the 890 bracket, and they basically like take off like basically in like a low gear for like a certain amount of time, like and then at a certain point they hit it, so they probably have like a big delay on their second shift, and then they go, and then they run pretty much dead on. But they do that in real life. So but that's why, that's different from index. They're running pretty much like as fast as their car can go, and they just put a tune to run that fast. But like the set, like the 590 bracket, the 890 bracket, that's like, if you ever see those races, it's really dumb how they run those. I actually have a video of that when I went to watch, and I'm like, what is this? Because I wasn't expecting them to like basically roll off the line, and then all of a sudden they hit it. I don't know how they do it, if it's like a two-step. They take off and then they know when to hit it, to hit the number. This guy's still racing that 10.5. I don't know. Bracket in general is kind of weird. But index is cool. That's totally different. Oh, I got the wrong two. I didn't have it on Pro Launch. See, look at that time. Yeah, but that what you're talking about, like the guys who run 7.0 or like 590 or like what have I seen? I actually was watching some of that the other night, but that's actually index. They call that index, even though it's technically, since basically the same thing as bracket, but they just don't, you know, those cars are faster. You know, when they put a tune on it that'll run what they want it to run, and then you know, and then yeah, you see them, you know, at the end of the track trying to, you know, guess if they're too fast or too slow. That's a totally different kind of racing than like a straight up like bracket race. No, the like these like the 898th bracket dragsters. I don't know if it's one gear, or it might be like a two speed, like with like some kind of two step, two speed thing. You'd have to see it, you know, because they take off like it's, you can tell it's a low RPM takeoff, you know, like, and then all of a sudden, then they go. It's kind of weird, and apparently that's how they do it. That's totally different from like you know, when you see the like the street cars doing the indexes, doing the different indexes like the 530 and the 570 and the 770 index. Because those cars are pretty much running as fast as they can go, or probably pretty close to as fast as they can go. But I'm sure, like, if you like these the dragsters that are running the 890 eighth bracket, those things would probably run like 8 seconds in the quarter if they actually had them geared that way. I don't know. Yeah, you'd have to see it. That's probably where a lot of these guys on the game, you see when they're running like 890 bracket, like eighth or quarter, you'll see their car will, like, they set it up so it, like, there's a limiter on it, so it'll only go up to a certain RPM, and then they just basically cruise down the track like that. Certainly not fun to watch. Looks like the game time it kind of died while I was screwing around with that bracket car. Just this guy saying, just leave. think that car is a little slower than my other one. How did I build what? This Harley guy race all the time. I wonder if the team racers outlawed the Nissan Z for some reason. I don't see why they would. I mean, if the Camaro's capable of running the same times as this. Looks like he was trying to screw around with the stage. I mean, it messed me up. He's just like kept creeping and creeping in the stage and screwed up my. It totally threw me off. I hate when people do that. You see them stage and then they move and then they move. See if he does it again. He wants to. See, he don't want to stage because he wants to try and play games. I didn't get good shifts on that one. I hate when people do that. Just race. Oh, I gotta play games. I thought you already had an 8,000-9,000 foot bracket. I can't really run that. I can't really get it set up. It'll take me a while to set that up. Are you talking about full tree? I could try running this full tree, but I don't really know how to run it because I don't really have the light. I don't really have the light that I need to leave on. I'd have to kind of guess it. Oh, sorry. Let's see how fast this T-Bird is. Oh, he's staging already. How does that happen? His car's up there staging right now. And I'm back here. I wonder if he sees me. Whenever I see that, I'm like, something's not right there. Never pulled my car in. Do I like fishing? Yeah, I'm kind of taking a break from fishing right now. I got some stuff going on. Let's see if I can figure out this tree. Well, I have it on Pearl stage, so that's gonna mess me up. I pretty much have to guess that light. Broke out anyway. Let's see if I can figure out how to run this. I'll try and leave like right after that third light. Probably broke out. Yeah, my car's a little too fast. But this car might work. If I could slow it down a little. I have no idea when to slow down. I let off too late. I ran the exact same number. That ain't gonna work. Let's see. I can kind of get this thing close. Probably won't be so bad. A little too slow now. Let me think. We'll try one more test. This is pretty much how people bracket race, though, on a full tree. They just time the light. And if you're running like eighth, you probably only use like 2 years. Yeah, I jumped that light. Because nobody leaves on the last light anyway, pretty much in anything. Let's see, what did I run? Yeah, that's what I usually do. I'll either upgrade like one thing or take off like 1% horsepower if it's going too fast. He just disconnected. I don't know if it saves the message. $8.95. My car's not doesn't seem to be consistent. Let's see if I can get this thing to work. So if I'm a little too slow, I need to make sure I don't stage too far forward. I don't know how he gets up. Ada must not. Maybe he doesn't even do a burnout. He looks like I treat him. Hopefully my car isn't too fast. Oh, come on. 889. Got the tire temp wrong. Yeah, he barely burns out, so. I was a little too quick because I staged up a little further. Oh man, the 006 red. No, it's too far up. Looks like I got him on the tree though. See if I get the time. Actually won. That was a pretty good one. As soon as I figured it out, he left. Too quick on a tree. A little slow on the time because I'm doing the normal stage. Yeah, I got slicks. I mean, you could probably, as long as you don't launch too hard, you could probably use any tire because as long as you don't get spin, it'll still be consistent. It's hard timing that light though. The 126 is probably going to throw me off. Looks like I got him on the tree, so it's just a matter of what my time is. He catches me a little bit. But it's not too shabby. I could probably slow this car down, that 005, just by taking a little off the line. Well, actually I need to speed it up, right? I managed to shave off 1/100th of a second by doing that. That's pretty much bracket racing. Now it's slower. I'll take that. 8902. Do a little fine tune. Yeah, 126. Can't remember what my if I was doing 125 or not. That was slower. Probably because that 126 bogged it. What's going on, motor? Just messing with a bracket car right now. I think that could just be lag. What was it set at? 75. It's good enough. I think I'm probably going to wrap this up. Got some air on that one. Still got a pretty good time even without pro staging. That probably would have been like a 47 or something with a pro stage. This is going to be my last race. Got way too much grip on that one. Way too grippy. He ran a 5.4 in the box. That's good. I don't know what happened there. I got way too much grip and he just disappeared. This could be one of those situations. He had like a 0.3 tree. So I have no idea what's going on there. The car worked that time. There we go. I think that's a good pass to wrap it up on tonight. So, a little short stream tonight. Thanks for watching. We got a couple of bracket cars set up now. Only took about half an hour. So, we'll be able to throw that into the mix. Got a quarter and a 1,000 foot, so just something else, something different to do. So make sure you subscribe and all that stuff. Appreciate that. And make sure if you want to race to drop codes, and feel free to leave comments and stuff. So, I don't know. It's kind of a day-by-day thing right now, so I'll have to see about tomorrow. Because I had this headache. I don't know. I've probably been staring at screens for too long lately. So, I'll have to see if I need to take a break. So, I'll be catching you guys next time.